Good evening, and good evening once again. Good evening once again. It's a bit late in the evening. It is 11:10 p.m. Central Standard Time and 12:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would like for you to tag your family members. I would love for you to tag your friends into this live stream. Yes, yes, yes. I'd love for you to tag your family members and your friends into this live stream. And what I'm going to do on this evening, what I'm going to do on this special evening, I am going to share this live stream. I'll be sharing this live stream out to my story. I'll share this live stream out this evening to Missing, Lost, and Trafficked. Shared. I'm going to share this live stream with just one other group, another group that I don't manage. And I hope they'll be so kind to share this live stream on their Facebook profile. I'm sharing this live stream to Where is Alexis? If you are watching this live stream and you manage a Alexis support group, it would behoove you to share this live stream. This live stream is it's an eye opener. What I have to share this evening is indeed an eye opener. It's very revealing, and it might be quite triggering depending on what type of thoughts run across your mind as I show you a special route, a route that no one is talking about, a route that no one is thinking about, and a travel route that could be a very, 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 very possible travel route that Alexis possibly took, before she vanished on January 30th. So, what I want to do right now, I am going to just do a roll call, right? Yes, I'm doing a roll call. I'm not reading any messages right now. Please don't message me doing this live. I need your undivided attention. I don't need any tips right now. Not at this time, okay? Please do not message me while I'm live. Wow. I am live, right? And I hope that there is no trolling allowed, right? Allowed, no abusive. Let's see, no trolling allowed, and no abusive language. Thank you so very much. I'm going to name off a list of cities in South Carolina, and I'm just going to call upon cities throughout South Carolina. And if you're outside of the state of South Carolina, just as you've done in the past, I would love for you to share this live stream and for you to let me know, right? Let us all know where you are sharing this live stream from, okay? I will begin. If you're watching this live stream from Charleston, South Carolina, I would love for you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I would love for you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream from Columbia, South Carolina, I would like for you, and you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream this evening from Greenville, South Carolina, Greenville, I would love for you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream this evening from Sumter, South Carolina, I would love for you, and you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream this evening from Hilton Head Island, I would love for you to share this live stream, Hilton Head Island, and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream this evening from Spartanburg, South Carolina, I would love for you to share this live stream, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream from Florence, South Carolina, I would like for you to share this live stream, Florence, and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream from Rock Hill, South Carolina, I would love for you to share this live stream and let me know. Let us all know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream from Summerville, South Carolina, I would love for you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream from Aiken, South Carolina, I would love for you, and you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream, I need a lot of people watching tonight. This is going to be very telling. If you're watching from Conway, I want tag y'all friends, tag family members, tag the next door neighbors. If you're watching this live stream from Conway, South Carolina, please share this live stream, Conway, South Carolina, and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream tonight, this evening, if you're watching this live stream, I'm going to make my adjustments. Let me make sure my flag is showing a little bit. From Lexington, Mount Pleasant, Bluffington, or Clemenson, okay? Or Clemenson, South Carolina. I would love for you, and you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream today, this evening from Greer, South Carolina, I would love for you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. If you're watching this live stream from Bluffington, if you're watching this live stream from Orangeburg, please share. Fort Mill, South Carolina, will you share? Simpsonville, I don't see any shares by anyone's names. Simpsonsville, South Carolina, I hope you're sharing. North Charleston, I don't see anyone sharing. Please share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. I don't know why. You should, especially tonight. Easley, South Carolina, I hope that you're sharing, and I hope you let me know where you're sharing from. Lancaster, South Carolina, please share. Hartsville, South Carolina, please share. Seneca, South Carolina, please share. Georgetown, South Carolina, please share. Gaffney, thank you for sharing from Tennessee. Please share and let me know where you're sharing from. You're always here caring and sharing, and I appreciate you so much, Ms. Rita. I really do. North Myrtle Beach, please share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. Waterboro, please share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. Surfside Beach, please share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. North Augusta, South Carolina, are you there? Lawrence, are you there? West Columbia, are you there? Newberry, where are you? Sullivan's Island, are you sharing? Folly Beach, I need you to share. Dillon, South Carolina, it'd be great if you share. Clover, South Carolina, I love you to share. Taylor, South Carolina, I need you to share. Hardyville, South Carolina, and then we have Abbeville, South Carolina. Thank you, Abbeville. You are so important. You just don't realize how important you are into the disappearance or the circumstances, surrounding the disappearance of Alexis Ware. I need so many Abbeville residents watching. I hope you can tag at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Tag some Abbeville residents. Thank you. Travelers Rest. I would love for you to share this live stream and let me know where you're sharing from. Pickens, South Carolina, I'd like you to share. If you are in North Carolina, please share, right? If you are in the state of Georgia, please share. If you are in the state of Tennessee, you may be in the state of Louisiana, I'd like for you to share. You might be in Florida. It'd be awesome if you would share. You could be in Kentucky. You might be in West Virginia or Virginia. You could be in Mississippi. You might be in Alabama. You could be anywhere in the country right now, from the East Coast to the West Coast. And I still would want you to share and let me know where you are sharing this live stream from. I'm going into my email right now. There's something that I need to show you. I'm going into my email, something I need to show you. So, I'm in my email, and I need to show you a statement made on a Facebook profile. And I'll be showing you in a moment. I just want to make sure I have the right statement. Okay. Okay. I think I have the right statement. I do have the right statement. I have two statements that I want to show you. I do have the right statement. Excuse me, y'all. I'm working with phones. Y'all. Okay, got that phone. Wow. I need this vitamin water for this. That's replenishing. Okay. So I'm going to read this right for you all. In a statement, I believe this statement was made maybe a few days after Miss Ware was last seen. Sosa says, I've been trying not to turn up and press mofos about my BM whereabout, but it's getting real serious. I'm not the one to be humble or stay sane when it's a problem. I go out there and handle shit with no hesitation, with no care in the world. Can't nobody stop me when I switch. And I mean nobody. I'm hot, mad, and angry, especially when I talk to her and she was supposed to be bringing my child to me over this weekend. Shit not adding up. I've been talking to her 10 years. We fall out and make back up, but she ain't gonna never leave without bringing me my baby. She gonna call me my mama or sister like she always have. And I done had my daughter damn near every weekend since she been back single. And single is a key word. And she spoke her truths to why she carried on the way she do all these damn years. I've been talking to my daughter every day since the situation, and as long as Naomi in good spirits, so am I. Things are not adding up. Stories, times, and places not matching up. I pray God bring her home safe, because at the end of the day, whether we on good terms or bad terms, still my baby mama, and I know for a fact, if it was me, she would be doing the same. Hashtag find Lex. Hashtag bring her home. Alexis Ware, come home, please. And there's 135 reactions. There's a specific sentence. Forgive me by the way I pronounce Pacific. Pacific, it may irritate you. Whatever. You know what I mean. That I want to go back to. Sosa says here in this statement, he says that I talked to her and she was supposed to be bringing my child to me over this weekend. Now, in that post, he was not very specific. One would assume that perhaps Alexis was planning to bring his child to him on a Friday. You could assume that Alexis may have planned to bring his child to him on a Saturday. Others might assume that Alexis planned to bring his child to him, his daughter, to him on a Sunday. Because the word weekend is used, right, in this specific statement, in this post, it leaves a lot of uncertainty, right? So you're just wondering in this specific post, what day, it leaves one to wonder, right? What day he was talking about, possibly talking about, okay? There is another post Sosa made, and he's a bit more, I gotta turn the camera, the thing done timed out on me. I'm sorry. Earrings falling off and everything. Oh, wow. Something's going on. Earrings falling off, everything, y'all. Okay. There is another statement that Sosa makes, and he's more specific. He's more detailed in giving you an actual day that Alexis allegedly was supposed to bring him his child. And I'm going to read that specific statement, okay? I want to make sure I'm looking at the right one. Oh, I have the right statement. Okay. So I'm going to read it for you. Okay. I just want to make sure I have the one with his name showing at the top of the actual screenshot. Okay. I have it. So I want to show you another post made by Sosa, and he gives a day. And because he says which day, right, Alexis was allegedly planning to bring him his child, I didn't have to do a lot of wondering and try to figure out which day he was talking about, okay, in this post. So I'll show it to you. All right, in this post, Sosa says, Lex asked several people for gas money, including me, and I thought I sent her enough to fill up her tank twice. I don't know how she was on her way back from Georgia to bring me my child, but my daughter ended up somewhere else. No way in the hell she gonna take Naomi's phone with her that I bought and paid for it for. And if anybody know Naomi, she gonna have that phone in her hand at all times. I asked my BM, was she good? She said, yeah. I asked her, do I need to come get my daughter when my child didn't arrive? And even on Sunday, keyword, she was still coming here for a little while because she needed a break. Ain't nobody about to turn off the phone and be heading somewhere with no GPS at night either, or drop their kids off when they got school the next day. I ain't putting shit past nobody, and I damn sure ain't gonna be buddies with nobody beating on somebody I call family or friend. Now, she missing, and now I'm hearing everything that I'm supposed to know. I'm not gonna believe she posted the things she did, either because she had already told me a mofo be taking her phone pretending. About the lottery thing, yeah. She even told me she was playing numbers when I talked to her over the weekend. Even sent me numbers to play. So I really hope she's somewhere getting her shit together for her babies, because no matter how she viewed on social media, and I believe there's more that is said, but that is what I'm going to show you in this specific live stream. I want to go back to a statement that was made, a statement that stood out, right? He says here, I asked her, do I need to come get my daughter when my child didn't arrive? And even on Sunday, she was still coming here for a little while because she needed a break. I want to go up and read this, a sentence. I want to reread this. I just want this to sink in, okay? I don't know how she was on her way back from Georgia to bring me my child, but my daughter ended up somewhere else. So ponder on that for a bit. So, I got to thinking. I was thinking about, well, what was Sosa doing on Sunday? What could he have been doing, And where might he have gone, I'm sure he didn't plan on working in the evening, because he said that Alexis was supposed to bring his daughter to him. And he says this was supposed to happen Sunday. And then a light bulb went off in my head, and I thought about the tags. I know y'all want to be so technical. The tags of Sosa being tagged at a bar and grill in Mauldin, South Carolina. They're tags, People kept saying, they're not check-ins, they're tags. They're tags, but when you go to the check-ins part of his profile, it shows up in that list. But they're tags. So what was he doing earlier that day, And so the light bulb. Oh, remember the tags? For Mauldin, South Carolina, at a bar and grill. Remember Pebbles? He was tagged from the 26th through the 30th And I thought about it and I said, he was tagged. This is myself talking to myself in my own head. He was tagged, tagged, and it showed up in his check-ins in Mauldin, South Carolina. And just tonight, I started thinking about, well, where's Mauldin? Where's Mauldin? In proximity to, I know that, sweetheart. Let me talk, sweetheart. I know that. I know enough information also to gather that that's possibly his place of business or employment. Yeah. That's a place he's connected to somehow. That's a area his family lives, because I'm an investigative journalist, so I know his family members live in Mauldin for a fact. So I started thinking like, okay, all right, Mauldin. Does he have any ties to Mauldin? Well, I saw the tags. Are there any family members in Mauldin? Yeah, he has family members that live in Mauldin. And I was thinking, well, how far is Mauldin from that 7-Eleven? She was planning to meet him. He was waiting on her to meet him, right? He says this on his profile, bringing him his daughter. And I saw that Mauldin isn't all that far at all. I'll show you a screenshot. Hold on. Hold on. I'll show you something. If you're following and listening, give this live stream a thumbs up. If you're confused and need me to back all the way up, I will. If you're following and you're listening, give this live stream a thumbs up. I want to know who's following and listening. Following. This is a live stream you want to pay close attention. Maybe you fell asleep on all the other live streams I did. Wake up. Wake up on this one. All right. I'm getting to the point. Okay. So, I Googled a few things. All right. He said that she didn't show up, and she was supposed to actually bring him his daughter, his daughter, and she didn't show up. I know that he was tagged at a bar and grill for several days in Mauldin, and I know he has family members that live in Mauldin. It's more likely than less likely he actually lives in Mauldin, but for the sake of argument, his family members live there, okay? For the sake of argument. I'm not posting folks' addresses, but just believe me, they live in Mauldin, okay? All right, so these were the tags. They showed up as check-ins, right? We have these tags, right? The 26th, the 27th, skip a day here, the 29th, and the 30th, all right? This is the name of the bar. I call it a bar and grill. It's called a grill and chill, but it's a bar and grill. It's called Truth. Isn't that amazing that name of that place is called Truth Grill and Chill? Truth Grill and Chill. If you can hear me and I'm not covering this mic, let me know. I don't want to be muffled. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. The name of this is called Truth Grill and Chill. If you can hear me, I just want to know. I don't want people talking about, because I'll cover this thing up in a minute and nobody can hear anything. Okay, and I don't even know what's going on. Thank you. I just need to make sure you can hear me. Okay, so this is the Truth Grill and Chill. He was tagged at. It's located in Mauldin. I learned that Sosa has family members in Mauldin. Okay. So, I wanted to know, I'm going to start with this. I don't want anybody to be confused here. I wanted to know, well, how far is the 7-Eleven from Mauldin? where he was tagged on Sunday and where his family members live. Well, it's just 33 minutes away. It's not that far. Nobody knows where she went. I mean, by his own admission, I don't think he was planning on working that evening because he was waiting on her to bring him his daughter. The 7-Eleven is 33 minutes away from where his family lives, approximately 30 minutes or more away from, right, the chill and grill establishment he was tagged in. 33 minutes. Look. 33 minutes, 31 miles. See the route? Belton, I'm going to show you something that you need to look at regarding Belton. I really need y'all paying attention. Let's try not to ask a lot of random questions. I want you to really pay attention right now. If you want me to wait so you can take a screenshot, say hold on. If you like me to wait so you can take a screenshot, say hold on. Let me take a screenshot. Hold on. Hold on. Nobody's telling me to hold on. Mauldin, South Carolina, the area Sosa family members live, is only 33 minutes from the 7-Eleven in Anderson, South Carolina, where Alexis was last seen. Everybody took the screenshots they need to take? Give this live stream a thumbs up or say something. All right, you got this in vision in your mind? Tell me something. I don't know. You're silent. You're really silent. Like, I don't know what's going on. I know there's a lot of people watching, but you're silent. All right, very silent. Okay. All right. All righty. Now I want to show you something else. Trusted sources I trust, informed me that Alexis' vehicle was sighted in the Belton Apartments out in Anderson, South Carolina. However, the sources were not sure of as to who was driving. Okay. This is information that law enforcement has not disclosed to the public because, well, this is an active investigation. I want to show you Mauldin, South Carolina's proximity to Belton Apartments. Really close together. Mauldin is where Sosa was tagged, showed up on a check-in, could have been there or not, but tagged. And Mauldin is where his family members live. I'll show you something. Hold on. I'll show you something. I'm going. I'm trying to hurry on along. Go ahead, take the screenshots, whatever you need to do. Well, Mauldin is only 30 minutes away from Belton Apartments. I mean, Mauldin is only 30 minutes away from the Belton Apartments. We don't know where Alexis went. She isn't around right now to like tell us or what she did or who she might have been meeting with. We don't know. So we're all really just speculating. But Mauldin, South Carolina is 30 minutes from Belton Apartments. Okay? Mauldin. And Mauldin is 25 miles, right? In distance. To this endpoint we see here, which is Belton Apartments. Mauldin, South Carolina. Mauldin. Everybody take the screenshots, do what you need to do. Let me know. You can give this live stream a thumbs up so I can move on. Sosa said that Alexis was supposed to be coming over his house. He actually said it in a Facebook post, and I showed that Facebook post for everyone watching. If you didn't see it, I'm so sorry. Just watch the beginning of the live stream whenever you have time, okay? I don't know if this is a bombshell, but it's just something I want you to pay attention to, really. This is a possible route. This is a more likely route that Alexis may have taken based upon what Sosa said. She was supposed to be meeting him. We know she met with TJ. I don't think anyone's going to argue whether or not she met TJ, but a lot of people may not know that there were any plans to meet or to go toward Sosa's direction. A lot of people may not be aware that Sosa was waiting for her to allegedly bring him his daughter on Sunday, right? That's not something that's just been broadcasted on every single post. Everybody's talking about the meeting that we didn't see, of course, the meeting between her and TJ, right? That's been widely reported. Okay. All right. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I have to drop the phone. Hand shaking and stuff. All right. So now I want to show you something else that I just found to be interesting. I'm not sure, exactly how if this fits into, the circumstances surrounding Alexis' disappearance or not. I'm not certain at all, but I did Google Mauldin's distance. So Mauldin, South Carolina distance from McCormick. And McCormick, South Carolina is where Alexis' vehicle, was found abandoned, okay? And that vehicle was found abandoned on February 2nd by law enforcement after they received the call from a property owner, okay? So I'm going to show you this. All right. Okay. So, just so I'm Googling everything. I'm mapping everything. Okay. So I wanted to know, well, how far is Mauldin where Sosa's family members live at? Mauldin where he was tagged at on Sunday? In proximity to McCormick, where Alexis' vehicle was found abandoned. It's an hour and 23-minute drive, give or take, if there is no traffic. And it is about 74 miles. So 74 miles. Mauldin is about an hour and 23 minutes driving time, right, between Mauldin and McCormick, where Alexis' vehicle was found abandoned. Meaning she wasn't in the vehicle. Just her items. When I say abandoned, like she wasn't anywhere around her vehicle and she hadn't come back to claim it, so it's abandoned. Okay? Mauldin is where Sosa's family members live. Mauldin is the city Sosa was tagged in at on Sunday. Sosa said Alexis was supposed to meet him on Sunday. There's a new story that has been given regarding her meeting a root person on Highway 29. I talked about that. He told her aunt that she was also supposed to meet a root person on Highway 29. He happens to know a whole lot, and he did stress in a lot of posts he's made that he had been talking to Alexis throughout the day, or on Sunday. He knew a great deal about what her plans were. He even said that she was supposed to be coming up from Georgia, and I'm assuming he was inferring that was supposed to happen on Sunday to bring him his child. So I'm just like, what is really going on? There are so many different accounts, stories being told regarding what Sosa is saying Alexis planned to do that day. Okay. Okay, so if you've seen this, you have taken your screenshots, you have, this is engraved in your minds. Give this live stream a thumbs up, because I really want to move on. I don't want this to be a very long live stream tonight. It's just something that I'm just making observations. I'm making observations. Observations. Okay. Uh-oh. Showing my room again. I hate when I do that. Well, it's clean in here. It's clean in the office. Okay. It is plausible, right? One can infer that Alexis may have traveled towards Mauldin when she left the 7-Eleven. Mauldin is only 30 minutes away from the 7-Eleven, and TJ did say that her phone was cut off, and I just, I'm not going to cut my phone off unless I know where I'm going. I know the route. I know where I'm going. I feel comfortable cutting my phone off. I'm not going to do that. There's been times that I've had to cut my phone off because my battery was low, right? And I was driving somewhere. But I'm not going to cut my phone off unless I know where I'm going. I have to be really comfortable about where I'm going if I'm cutting my phone off. You know. I want to make sure I didn't miss any screenshots here. So I feel like I did or something. Oh, well, would you all like to know how far Mauldin is from Abbeville? I don't know if I've shown you that. Would you like to know how far Mauldin is away from Abbeville? Let me know. I don't know that I've shown you that. I have it here, but I don't know that I've shown you this. I was feeling like I was missing something. I was missing a map. I don't think I've shown you that, okay? Her phone was pinged in Abbeville about 8:15. Shh. Her phone was pinged in Abbeville about 8:15. That's what I read. And TJ, departed from her sometime between 7:10, I guess, and 7:15, based upon messages that I've read and statements that have been made, right? So I just want to show you something else. Yeah, she turned her, that, I don't know if she turned, we don't know what happened. Well, I just know her phone was turned back on about 8:15 and it was pinged in Abbeville around that time. I do know that much, okay? I'm not gonna, make up anything. Okay, so I want to show you this. I almost went into deep thought in the middle of this live stream. That's just how deep this is. So let me get myself together here. Okay. I did not realize how much Google mapping has helped me investigate Alexis' disappearance. But Google mapping has been very telling, okay? It's helped me a lot. And there are other people doing a lot of Google mapping for me. They're helping me. They're sending me things that it's enlightening, okay? All right, so Mauldin, where Sosa was tagged on Sunday. You can go to his profile. He did not take those tags down. I believe he doesn't intend on taking them down or deleting them, or he could always delete them, but he has not. So Mauldin, where Sosa was tagged, it comes up as a check-in, but I know he was tagged, okay? And Mauldin is also where his family lives. I've done the research. I know his family lives in Mauldin, South Carolina. Mauldin is 1 hour and 2 minutes driving distance to Abbeville. It takes about 1 hour and 2 minutes to drive from Mauldin to Abbeville. Someone says, is it possible for her to drive from the 7-Eleven to Mauldin, okay? In order for her phone to... That's possible because Mauldin is 30 minutes from that 7-Eleven. I did discuss that. Mauldin is only 30 minutes from that 7-Eleven, okay? But you got to tag on another 30 minutes to get to Abbeville. Right? Give or take. We should have 200-300 people watching this. This live is maybe one of the most revealing live streams I've done while discussing Alexis' disappearance. I need every single person watching this live, sharing this live tonight. So Mauldin is 1 hour. You're going to be driving for about an hour and 2 minutes to get to Abbeville. And someone says he checked in because Alexis was also tagged in the post, but she never checked in. Yeah, he did check in, but okay. I'm not going to agree with that other part of your statement because I got to see that. But I believe you. I believe you. Well, TJ has a message asking her where she was, what was going on, and I'm just summarizing around 7:11 p.m. that Sunday. He was trying to contact her about that time. Okay. All right, I'm going to look at it. Let me go. You want me to go to Sosa's page and look and see? You want me to see if Alexis was tagged? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Let's see what you're saying here. Let's see what you're saying. Okay, we'll see if she was tagged. Okay. If she was, we have something circumstantial here. I'll just say that. Circumstantial. Let me look at. That's the best word for this. Okay. So, let me see. I have to look for myself and see. So, I'm going to Sosa's page right now, his profile. And I'm looking for tags or check-ins. The 30th check-in is still here. I'm going to have to actually scroll all the way down to the 30th of the month to see if Alexis was tagged in a check-in with Sosa on that Sunday for that bar and grill. So I'm scrolling down because I have to see it. Going on, trying to go back to January 30th. Okay. That day is not there anymore. January 30th? Well, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, it's there. Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm tripping. Okay, so I'm on January 30th. I'm on Sosa's page. I see January 30th. I see that 94 people were tagged into the Truth Grill and Chill. Let's see who liked it. I didn't see that Alexis liked that specific post. Nope. I'm going to look to see if she's on the list of 94 people. This is tedious right here. I don't see her. So far, I'm not seeing her. You said her name? No. You'll have to send me a screenshot because I don't see it. See her name. Yeah, I mean, I don't see her name tagged in here, and I'm not going to pretend like I do, and I know I don't. I'm just double checking right now. If you see something different later, let me know. Somebody might have a screenshot of it. If you do, you're going to, I mean, just send it to me. I'm not seeing that she would. Oh! Oh my God. She was tagged. Wow. I was overlooking, y'all. Okay. So she was tagged. She was tagged on the 30th. And I'll show you so you'll know that I'm not capping, as the young people might say. She was tagged in a list of 94 people at the Chill and Grill place in Mauldin, South Carolina. And this is a place I do believe Sosa works at or has strong connections to. Okay, I've done enough research to figure that one out. Okay, don't ask me how. I got my ways of looking at stuff. Okay. There should be 2, 3, 4, 500 people watching. Why y'all gonna tag somebody in the live? Come on now, tag them. Tell them to watch this. I should see everybody should have shared this live stream. I said this may be one of the most important lives that I've done. All of them are important. I know I've said that before. Like, this is the most, but this might be the most comprehensive, productive live stream that I've done. Okay. In discussing her disappearance. That's just how important this live stream is right now. All right. Maya tagged all those people. You want to know who Maya is? Maya is with Amber Kelly and 94 others. Maya tagged all those people. If my understanding of Facebook is correct, Maya tagged all those people. Who is Maya, though? This is Maya. She tagged all those people. These are her check-ins here. And I don't know who she is. I can only assume that she knows Sosa, because he wouldn't allow her to just keep checking in. I mean, to tag him and all those people for, days in a row on his Facebook profile. I don't think so if he didn't know her. Okay. Now, here, you don't see those January check-ins on Maya's page. You see those check-ins show up on his page. That's what's important. This is her page. And you don't see those January check-ins on her page. She tagged all those people. You see the check-ins on his page. They're still check-ins to me. It doesn't matter if he was tagged or not. A check-in is a check-in, okay? It doesn't matter if he was tagged or not. The check-ins are on his page. For January, she has March check-ins on hers. Okay, y'all? Now I'm going to scroll down to January 30th here, and I want to see what I see for January 30th. Let's see, can I scroll down to January 30th? What were they doing on January 30th? Was there an event happening on January 30th? It says February 5th, February 4th, February 4th, February 4th, February 4th, and then November 2nd of 2021. It's almost as if this place wasn't even open in January. That's so weird to me. Let me go through the photos here. I want to go through the mobile. That may just be doing too much. That's just too much to think about right now. Yeah, that's odd. They don't have, this page doesn't have any events. They're not showcasing any events for January 27th. And he must have deleted one. I could have sworn there were more check-ins than this. There was one for the 26th. I know I'm not losing my mind. From the screenshot I took, there was. I just took that screen. Am I losing it? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm just tripping. The grill and chill place didn't have any, they did not post any information regarding events on these days. The events I see that they promoted is in February, the first week of February. So I don't know what was really going on with, that's weird. I thought that just going to their page, hold on. So there's a check-in here for the 30th, right? Now, one would think that there was something happening on the 30th because this place consistently promotes their events. They seem pretty consistent with promoting events on their Facebook page. But when I went to the Truth Grill and Chill Facebook page, there isn't any events on these dates in question. When you visit Truth Grill and Chill, you don't see any events being promoted for these days, is what I'm saying. You do see events for February, the first week of February. Thank you for explaining that. Yes, it will show that. Okay. I think I've given, oh gosh, y'all. I think I've given you enough to think about for this evening. I certainly have a lot to think about, a lot to consume, a lot to digest, right? So I believe I've given you enough to think about. It's just something to think about based on what Sosa said was supposed to happen. She was supposed to meet him. He was waiting on her to come up from Georgia that Sunday, which we know she wasn't in Georgia because her mom said that she had just left her house that Sunday and went home to get rest. Or maybe it was Saturday. Whatever. I believe it was possible. It's very possible that Alexis was traveling toward Mauldin, South Carolina on January 30th after leaving the 7-Eleven. I can't explain why she sped off, allegedly. I can't explain why she put both kids' children in the car. I can't explain any of those things. Now, I know that Sosa's daughter says she remembers seeing a black truck. Yeah, I'm just really sharing my thoughts. I've already shown you like factual information, just some things to think about based upon what he said. He's insisting that she was supposed to be meeting him and she didn't show up. And he doesn't know what happened, okay? Sosa was trying to sell a black truck back in October. Sosa was trying to sell a black truck in October. Everybody sleep on the live? Y'all asleep? I'll cut this live off if you're sleeping. I'll end it. Yeah, she wasn't in Georgia that whole weekend either, because that would mean that her mother is lying. She had just left her mother's house to go home and get some sleep. I listened to her mother interview. I listened to what her mother said. It wasn't that weekend. I believe it was the weekend before. He led a lot of people to believe that she was in Georgia that weekend. And he was waiting on her to come back. Her mom said, I know what I heard. I know what I heard her mother say. She was there. And she spent most of the weekend at her family's house. Didn't even want to go home. She went home, said she was exhausted, and went home to go take a nap and get some sleep. That's what her mother said. I know what I heard. No one said she was in Georgia that weekend. A lot of individuals said she spent time with her family in South Carolina that weekend. I hope that 43 people are sharing. There's probably about 300-400 people watching, but it's going to say 43 at the top. But I hope that everybody's sharing. Who heard me say Sosa was trying to sell a black truck in October? Did that just go over your heads? I'll wait. Who heard me say that? Who heard me say that? Oh, okay. I was just making sure. Okay. Alright, so where's that black truck? I'm looking for it. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. It seems like everybody's sleep on a lot. I don't see shares by y'all's names. Look like all y'all sleep or something. Alright. Let me stop because you're just paying attention. I told you to pay attention, so you can't pay attention and do a lot of talking too. So my apologies for that. Her mom said she was with the family the whole weekend and went home Sunday to get some rest. That's what her mom said. Okay. So I want to show you something. This may not mean nothing at all, but what the heck? No harm in showing you. Hold on. I keep turning my cameras around and stuff. Look at me turning my cameras around. Zoom it and aim it back toward me. Okay, good. Gotta put it in this thing. Well, I can only tell you what her mom said to an interviewer, a journalist. Now, this is October 2021. He's trying to sell his truck, rebuilt the motor and brand new transmission, less than 500 miles on rebuild. Okay. And here's just a close-up on him. Okay. I think everyone's seen the truck. I had a moment of silence just for the truck. I don't know what the daughter was referring to. I have not spoken with her. I'm just showing you that he was trying to get rid of his truck back in October. That's all I'm showing you. I have no idea. I'd have to actually have a conversation with, and that's not going to happen, with his daughter, right? That's not going to happen. Okay, so, well, based upon what I've noticed and taken notice of, I believe that business owners should be, they should tune into this live stream. And if you are a business owner anywhere between the route from the 7-Eleven to Mauldin, South Carolina, or if you own a business, a small business, big business, regardless of what kind of business it is, right? In Mauldin, South Carolina, I would encourage you to check your cameras if you're able to go back that far. I know we're approaching April, but I do believe it's possible that Alexis may have driven towards Mauldin from the 7-Eleven, or she may have driven around Mauldin, somewhere in Mauldin, to meet with Sosa, given what he's saying is factually true. So it's, I think it's worth digging into and I'm always reaching out to business owners. Business owners, you hold the key to vital pieces of information. I'm reaching out to any business owners owning businesses along the route from the 7-Eleven in Anderson to Mauldin, South Carolina, or you may own a business in Mauldin, South Carolina. I would really encourage you to check your cameras. I mean, even if you could be just a homeowner, apartment renter, it doesn't matter to me. If you have any type of cameras facing the street and you live anywhere, along that route that I've shown, and you can Google it yourself just to see, well, do I have a business along that route? Where does my house fit into this route, right? Where does my business fit into this route? I would love for you to check your cameras. It's possible you may have captured her on camera traveling to Mauldin. You may have captured Alexis on camera driving around Mauldin on January 30th. No one ever thought about Mauldin, South Carolina. And I certainly didn't think about Mauldin as much until just a few hours ago when a light bulb went off in my head. And then I began to think more about Mauldin. I began to think about what Sosa said he was doing. I began to think about, well, if he was planning on seeing his daughter, I don't think he planned on working that evening, right? Or he had made engagements to go somewhere Pacific. So it's just a thought, right? I'd like for you to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to Missing, Lost, and Trafficked on YouTube. You can support Missing, Lost, and Trafficked because I'm working towards growing what I'm doing past using phones, multiple phones, right, for broadcasting. So, broadcasting purposes. So, yeah, support me on Patreon is great, right? So I can be more effective, right, in my approach in broadcasting, strategies. So support me on Patreon, and you can donate if you like. $, every dollar helps. I'm getting requests, multiple requests, multiple times a day to investigate and report on missing persons. So yeah, any donation might help. And it would help Missing, Lost, and Trafficked advance the mission of, the Missing, Lost, and Trafficked. So I have to make that clear. So that's $, find the missing, right? I'm going to go ahead and put in tips. Tips are very important. I'll put in the tips email right now. I'm typing it. It's Missing, Lost, and Trafficked at gmail.com. So it's Missing, Lost, and Trafficked at gmail.com is the tips here. Then I'm just going to include some information on how you can support the other social media platforms that I have. Bear with me, I'm doing that right now. And I thank you in advance for your support. So I'm doing that now. All right, so I'm just going to copy some information into this live stream today. This live stream has only been shared 15 times. How sad. Let's see. All right, so I've done that. All right, great. Okay, so anyone have any questions? I'll take like 3 questions, and I am getting tired, so I will have to end this live stream. Any questions? I'm sorry. Before I end the live stream, let me know if you got any questions right now. Yeah, looks like none tonight. Thank you. I guess a lot of you must be in shock and just a lot to unpack. So if you're just now tuning in, just go back and watch this live stream when you have an opportunity to do so. Once you've wound down for the evening, okay? Or, whenever you have time to. Someone says, Miss Pebbles, I admire what you're doing no matter what. I know you're not doing none of your cases for clout. Nope, nobody's paying me anything. I've been following you. Donations are appreciated, though, I've been following you for a while now on the little boys out of Cali. Oh, yes. I was really heartbroken about those little boys. I did not give up on them. I kept reporting on them until they were found. And I'm so sorry that they were found more than a year later under really, really horrible circumstances. But well, you know what? Let me take that back. They were not found. I am so happy that the individuals who murdered them were found out and arrested, okay? I don't know why I just felt like they were found. They were not found. They're getting justice more than a year later, but they were not found, okay? Wow. We've learned that they've been murdered. Police believe they've been murdered by their adoptive parents. And I did not give up on them. Their bodies have not been found. However, we found out together that their adoptive parents had gotten away with murder for more than a year. And now they will have to face a judge, and they will have to face the consequences. They'll have to deal with the consequences of their actions. Oh, thank you. I remind you of your daughter. A lot of people think I look like their family members, and they just love me so much. They like, you look like her. You look like my cousin. You look like my aunt. Some kids be like, can I call you mama? I'm like, so people tend to feel like I'm their family member. For some reason, they just feel like there's something about you that reminds me of somebody I like a lot, and I just love you. So I love y'all back. Yeah, so it's always somebody feeling like I belong to their family, and that's a wonderful feeling. That's a wonderful feeling. People feeling like, look, you gotta be related because you're just too much like this, And I'm like, well, no, we're no kin. I don't think we are. But yeah, thank you for the compliment. I'm tired. You can tell I'm tired. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Please send your tips to missinglost@gmail.com. Any feedback you have will be appreciated. Any insight. I try to read your insight. I just can't read everything all the time. But when there's light bulbs going off and you're trying to articulate what you're learning and gathering, I actually include what you're sharing with me in my reporting. So this is like a community effort. This is a Facebook community effort, an Instagram effort, a YouTube effort. We're all in this trying to figure out this together, okay? What's happening together. Thank y'all so much. Have a nice night.